here to talk about the Eagle banjo. The Eagle banjo is a very different concept of banjo that, for the Deering Banjo Company. We've been working on a banjo that has a little bit more mid-range than other banjos have, and because of a few reasons, practical reasons. We try to have a little bit more mid-range because it amplifies a little bit easier, and also you can also use it better for clawhammer banjo. Now you can take a regular banjo and try to set it up to do that, but this banjo is made the way so it does it automatically, really. So the difference is that the tone ring system is a very different one. So I want to just open the banjo up real quick and show you that. And that's why I also started playing clawhammer on this little thing here, because I just wanted to show you that it sounds good in clawhammer. When you look at the banjo, inside the rim, you see the wood rim goes up fairly high. Also, the wood rim is thicker than on a regular banjo in the bottom. That's because we have these shoes and brackets, these shoes and going through, and then we have this the tension hoop with a plate, which is an old design, but it actually doesn't restrict the wood rim as much from vibrating. Now, in order to have a thick wood rim, and if you then on a thick wood rim would have a very heavy flange, it would be very restricted. But you see, a thick wood rim gives you a lot of tone color, especially because it's got so much mass. It adds, nice highs. This is a soft maple rim, so it actually vibrates fairly easy. That's why you can go actually also fairly thick with it. The tone ring that's put in is almost the same weight as a regular tone ring that you would have on a banjo, but it's a hoop. It's a different, and it has a much deeper tone than a bluegrass style tone ring would have. So you have a little bit more highs coming from the thick wood rim, and you have a little bit more bass coming from a hoop instead of a triangular shape. So that's the basic concept of this banjo, and also the screws that go through don't restrict it from vibrating in low frequencies. So you have a lot of bass coming out of this banjo, but you don't have quite as many highs coming out of the banjo. That means you have less pick noises, and you have a little bit better mid-range for a lot of applications in order to have it amplified well. That makes the banjo an overall easy banjo to play. It's very forgiving in a lot of ways, because you can have almost sometimes maybe don't play quite as even sometimes, or you're in this difficult situation, and it's a little more forgiving than other instruments would be because of the way it's built. I'm sorry, I just put this here together. So, okay, now it's all maple. The whole banjo, the whole banjo is maple. I always like maple because maple is really an open-sounding wood. It really responds well to all the frequencies. And now you can see I don't have many zings or slings or all kinds of things. But the sustain is very remarkable. Very beautiful sustain. And then the banjo, because of its construction, over a microphone sometimes almost sounds vintage, like you would have a calf skin head on it, because of its mid-range. So if you play something that is really like bluegrass, it really cracks, It sounds like the head is almost thicker, but it doesn't. But it's not. It's just because the highs are a little bit more restricted. The very highs are a little bit more restricted. Like I said, which makes it a very versatile banjo. So when you play. So it's an extreme, it's a very, very good translator of anything you do. And again, claw hammer. Clawhammer banjo players a lot of times use thicker heads in order to get some of these highs off the instrument, and so here, like I said again, we try to make a banjo that just doesn't have the highs, but the problem is with a thick head that it also doesn't really respond that easy. So we wanted to have a banjo that really responds quick but doesn't have quite as many highs, and that makes it so extremely versatile. So if you play different banjo styles, this is a very good choice. Actually, I have one at home, and it's a beautiful one. It's silver plated, and I have just some oil finish on it, and I play it every day at home. And my brother Uwe, he always wants me to make it my main banjo because he thinks I sound better on it than on any other instrument. And it truly is. It is just great. We've been working a long time. Greg and me, we've been spending many hours, on this and trying different variations of wood thicknesses and materials, and until we finally had something that was really worth, making a model for. And so I'm very happy about this banjo, and maybe you want to give it a try.